Tonight, you will experience poker like you have never seen it before. Get ready for the most futuristic poker superstructure ever imagined. The Poker Dome. 6 players from around the world have traveled to Las Vegas to face off against each other. She's an award-winning travel book editor, but Southern California Jennifer Leo's new passion is poker. This student plans on playing tight. The question is, will New York's Joe Scott be able to wait for the big cards? Don't try and get too tough with Minnesota grad student Neil Jones. He plays semi-pro football. Keep your eyes on California's Daniel Dock. He would love to trick everyone and be a magician one day. Watch out for this talented Texan. Film editor Ralph Hahn played in last year's World Series of Poker. And don't argue with this one. Cleveland's Andre Russo is ready to make his case tonight. $25,000 is up for grabs. One lucky player behind this door will advance towards our tournament grand prize, $1 million. This is the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. Unmistakable Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight one poker player will take a step towards a $1 million grand prize. We're coming to you from the historic Tropicana Resort and Casino right on the Strip. The MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. It's the world's most unique and high-tech poker tournament. And one of these 6 players from around the world will be playing the most innovative and exciting brand of poker. It's Speed Poker. Here's how Speed Poker works. There are 6 players, 2 dealers, and just 15 seconds to act. Each player is dealt 2 down cards and must decide whether to call, raise up to the pot limit, or fold within 15 seconds. If 2 or more players remain in the hand, the community cards are dealt. The first 3 are called the flop, and they're followed by a round of betting, where players can then go all in. Next comes the 4th card, called the turn. More betting. And finally, the 5th card, called the river. Remaining players can bet one more time, then show their hands. In all cases, the best 5-card hands wins and takes the pot. Every decision must be made within 15 seconds, or the player's hand is dead. Each player can use one 30-second time extension button per match prior to heads up, and is guaranteed one more if he reaches heads up play. That is Speed Poker. We are ready with our seat assignments tonight. Joe Scott, the 26-year-old, in seat number 1. Next to him, Daniel Dock, the graduate of MIT. 3rd seat, Jen Leo, Pasadena. Ralph Hahn, the 41-year-old, in the 4th seat. Andre Russo in the 5th slot. And on the end, it is Neil Jones. So our chip girl's ready, and so are we for Speed Poker. And here we go. Joel Myers, Michael Koenig with our interviews tonight. Nafisa DeFlores.
C1 folds, C2 folds.
Right off the
C3
bat,
folds.
Andre Russo picks up a pocket pair of 8s.
C4 folds.
He's in the small blind.
C5 late announced. 3,000
Raises
total.
the maximum, which is pot limit before the flop.
C6 calls 3,000 with heads up.
Neil Jones says, well, okay, only 3,000 more to try to spike something.
Ace, 3, Jack. No help there. Neil Jones, at least.
C5, that's 5,000. C6 folds.
Good move early. Get out before any more damage.
Blind on C6.
Joel, this is probably our youngest table that we've seen in the Poker Dome, and arguably the best educated.
Now we've got a graduate of MIT, got a graduate of USC, Mankato State.
C4 folds.
I fold.
C5 folds.
A lot of clubs,
C6
last 2.
C1 checks with heads up.
We got a match on the 10 right away for Scott. 10 10-7 king.
2000.
C6 bets 2,000.
A little one for Jones with the
One calls
sevens.
2,000.
On the turn. No help for either player.
4,000.
C6 bets 4,000.
An aggressive play.
Call. C1 calls 4,000. Last card.
Bandit Jack. So the winning hand
8,000.
belonging to Joe Scott.
C6 bets 8,000.
If he wants to collect that pot, he's going to have to call this 8,000. There are 2 cards higher than his 10 that could give him pause. And Scott folds the best hand.
So a bold move on the end. The semi-pro football player, Neil Jones, plays for the Shakopee Warriors. Graduate school at Mankato State in Minnesota. So he took it.
C3 folds.
No cards so far for Jen Leo.
4 raises to 3,000.
Fold.
Fold.
C5 folds. C6 folds.
Now what about that ace-5 suited? Scott will stick
3,000.
around.
Sorry.
Well, Doc with the
C1
ace-5
call,
is
C2
in the
call,
big blind for
3,000.
1,000. It's
Three
only going to
players.
cost him a couple thousand more to see the flop. And there's
There's
the
the
ace.
ace. So a pair of aces
C1
on
check,
top for
C2
Doc.
checks.
And Joel, when you're holding king-queen and you raise pre-flop,
C4 bets
the
6,000.
last thing you want to see on the felt is an ace.
6, 7, 8 with the 5 on the bottom and open-ended straight.
C1 folds.
14.
Joe Scott
C2
departs the
raises
premises though.
14,000.
And Doc has raised. Han should get the message that his king-queen is no good. He put in a little informational bet and learned what he needed to know.
So Daniel Doc is on the board. So his fraternity brothers from MIT here.
Mom and Dad.
Pick me up early for that young man. He is only 22, just moved to Northern California, San Mateo.
Must have been a steal, huh, Doc?
C4 folds.
Fold.
Early hand for Russo.
C5 calls. C6 folds.
The blinds are 1 and 1. This lets the player see a lot of flops early on.
C2 check.
Raise to 3.
C3 raises to 3,000. 3,000 total.
Jen Leo in the big blind
Call.
jacks it
C5
up.
calls 3,000.
And I can't imagine anybody folding.
C1 calls. C2 calls.
They're all
We got
getting-
4 players.
Good price to see the flop.
Club early with the 6, Queen 3.
2 check, 3 checks.
Doc has the best hand now, but it's only the middle pair with a weak kicker.
C5
You can't feel
checks.
real comfortable.
C1 checks. Checked around.
So the 6 is up for Doc. Still the leader after the turn.
6,000. C3 folds.
What about the pace of play? That has been rolling right along. This is speed poker.
Watch that LED display. If it gets up to the player, the hand is dead.
C1 fold.
So Daniel Doc picking up back-to-back wins. Our chip leader as we take our first time. Stay with us as we continue. We're the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge from Las Vegas.